Ugh, I have this weird Wolverine hair going on right now.
I don't know if it's necessarily a loss of innocence, but I was thinking the other day about how much I think about losing a marble in elementary school.
And I don't really know why I've been thinking about it so much recently. I mean, it was a very pretty marble. I loved that marble. I mean, it looked silver, but when you held it up to the light, it put on this brilliant rainbow hue. It was like some magical stone you'd find in a fantasy story. But it wasn't magical, it was just mine, and I really liked it. And I put it up in a game because I thought my skills were going to be good enough, and they weren't. And I lost it to a gentleman that was a year ahead of me by the name of Chad. Kroger? That's not right. Although that would have given me another reason to hate Nickelback. And I think I obsess over it so much is because that was really the first moment in my life where I figured out that things don't always have to end well. Things aren't always going to have a happy ending. Sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to win. I mean, I often lose, so I guess it's a lesson I learned early and often. So I never got my magical marble back, but about the same time, I just started devouring fantasy stories. And then my parents had this bookshelf just stuffed with paperback novels, and chief among the authors of those books was someone by the name of Piers Anthony. Humble brag time, I was a pretty advanced reader in elementary school, so I was reading these books that were really meant for adults, or at least, people in their teens. And so I was reading stuff that I probably really shouldn't have at that point. And we're not talking like Game of Thrones, like people being eviscerated or vivisected, or, incest and sexy stuff happening. Although there was mentions to philandering and, that sort of thing. And it Twitter pated me. And I was like, I am uncomfortable with this, but at the same time, maybe just a little bit excited. And so it was kind of like the second loss of innocence for me, where I was discovering that there was stuff that was not being told to me that was actually going on behind closed doors. And that was a little bit frightening as a young kid. Magic marbles and shenanigans. That's what's been on my mind this week. What's been on your mind? Let me know down in the comments below. This is what happens when you run out of time to make a video in the week. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Kyle. I'll see you all again next Thursday.